Welcome back, everyone. It is Saturday, March 22nd in the NBA, and my best plays are on the way. We have 5 or 6 games going on in the association, and I got a couple picks locked and loaded for you guys. As always, my name's Austin. Thank you for tuning in on the weekends. And of course, we begin with a recap of yesterday, and we were this close to a sweep. We went 5-1, a monster day for us. We had Rudy Gobert's over in rebounds, our only over of the day. It paid. Some are saying the overs are getting hot. We also had Klay Thompson's under in threes, parlayed with Timberwolves money line. Klay was a little bit of a sweat, got a lot more shots than I expected, but still went under. Jalen Green under in rebounds and assists, easy winner. We had 2 VIP plays in the exclusive to the DubClub. Duncan Robinson under in threes. He didn't make a single three. And Kessler's under in points. He ended with 8. And then our only loser was actually Alex Sars under in points. Our under record goes to 87-36. On unders in threes, we are, I think, 19-2. It has been an insane year for the unders. And once you know, we have another one locked and loaded in today's slate. Like I said in the recap, we had 2 VIP exclusive plays. We've been doing that over the last week. Hopefully, it's a sign of them getting hot. I have another one that's already been posted. Reminder, you can join the DubClub or become a YouTube member. It's the YouTube membership that says COS Hall of Famers. Join it. You get some exclusive plays, one every single day in the NBA. And there's a good chance you get one every single day in the MLB when that season starts up next Thursday. There's also a 2-week free trial down below for the DubClub if you want to test it out. But either way, let's dive into things today. At the end of the video, I will have a better slip. If you don't know what better is, well, now's the time to change that. They have a Zion free pick. He is not playing today, but he plays tomorrow, I believe. Either way, they're going to give you a free square. That's basically what the nature of it is. This one is a Zion one. You can sign up using my code SHOT, SHOT, $250 entry match. So take advantage of that. We've been doing a bunch of Underdog fantasy slips recently. Today, we're switching things up with a better slip. We'll talk about some other plays that I really like at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. We'll talk about that slip in a little bit. But either way, let's dive into things today. We actually have an under and an over. We'll begin with our over. Not that I love it even more than the under, but we are laddering this guy up, and it's wearing his shirt jersey today. Wears number 34 for the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, probably know who that guy is. He's on the thumbnail. That would be Giannis Antetokounmpo. I am taking his over 6.5 assists at -125 on DraftKings and laddering him up to 10 plus assists at plus 475 on DraftKings as well. Now, some people might be like, Austin, why the heck aren't you just taking the triple double? Well, the triple double on DraftKings is about plus 550. I don't think that's terrible. You can go up, and I'd reasonably expect that. But the Kings are a matchup that they don't give up a lot of rebounds, one of the fewest rebounds per game allowed in the NBA. Do I think that Giannis can get you a triple-double? Yes. But if you're on FanDuel, actually you get worse odds for taking the triple-double than you do 10-plus assists. How does that make sense? I have no idea. But either way, you can take the triple-double. I'm not going to get cute adding on the rebounds and what I consider not to be a great matchup. Instead, I'll just ask him to get 10 assists. If he wants to get a triple-double, fine. I'll allow it. Let's talk about Giannis, though. In total, 1.25 units risked on Giannis. Now, if you recall, about 2 months ago, January 14th, I came on this video and said, I'm taking Giannis to record a triple-double. It was plus 800, and it smacked. Who did he face in that game? The Sacramento Kings. And who does Giannis once again face today? The Sacramento Kings. Now, not only that, as we go into PropsMadness, reminder, code COS, 25% off. Like I said, head-to-head wise, 13 assists. This is when we backed him to get the triple-double, 13 on 16 potential assists. They had no Chris Middleton, but Damian Lillard played in that game. Well, what's happening tonight? Damian Lillard's already been ruled out. So they don't have Chris Middleton. He's on the Wizards. They don't have Damian Lillard. So they don't really have any extra playmakers on this team. They started Ryan Rollins last game, Kevin Porter Jr. maybe. But again, they are pretty limited on playmaking. And we see actually Giannis. And like I said, you actually there's actually better odds out there. This was the one I took, -125. FanDuel drops from -130 to -118. So hey, take it there. You still get better odds on the 10 plus though on DraftKings. But let's talk about Giannis. Now, let's first begin with him scoring because we can't afford him to go nuclear on him. Now, he did score 33 versus them in the game. He had 13 potential assists. But again, you look where Giannis does his damage. He does a lot in the restricted area where the Kings rank second there, and he does a lot in transition where obviously they kind of go hand in hand. He's scoring in transition right there. They've been really good at limiting those things, but you see they really struggle spot up shooting. They are the worst defense in the league, spot up shooting, and they give the highest field goal percentage on those spot up shots. there's a reason why when Giannis drives, they are packing the paint and force him to kick it out. That's why we saw him have 13 assists on 16 potential. Not sure we'll get this conversion rate, but 62 passes is elite. Last year against them, 10 assists here on 20 potential assists. And this game, only 4, so did go under, but 13 potential assists. In fact, if you go back over the last 5 matchups, Giannis has 11 or more potential assists in all those 5 games. And I'd argue his lineup this year is the best shooting lineup he's had since really becoming a Milwaukee, just becoming a star for the Milwaukee Bucks. And we've seen so far this season when he gets a double-digit potential assists, we're talking 10 or more. We're looking at a guy over in 54% of the games. Not bad. 11 or more, which is what he's been getting there. Still same kind of hit rate. But again, if he's getting that many potential assists, we got to take our chances there. You've seen him climb the ladder multiple times with double-digit assists in a lot of these games. If you look at his track record without Damian Lillard and without Chris Middleton, you're looking at a guy not too shabby. We're looking at him getting over this line in both games with 7 and 8 assists. Granted, that was last year. I just realized I was looking at last year's numbers. My mistake. This year, without those 2 guys, 7, 7, 12, 3, and 4. This game, 22 potential assists. So I'd take that any day of the week. 11 here. The Pistons, what happened in that game? I believe that was the game he scored 59. Yeah, he's not going to pass it a ton when that's happening. 12 on 19 potentials. 3 on 6, but he only plays 19 minutes here, so really not going to count that. In the last game, 4 on 11 against the Lakers. He really just didn't get a great conversion. He also didn't even play 30 minutes. So again, I look at this as a pretty solid reason. I should pull up his stats though. When he gets 11 or more potential assists this year, much better hit rate, 75% of the time, averaging 8 assists per game. So like I said, he's had double-digit assist chances in 5 straight versus the Kings. I think he continues to see that. And my last note, you look at where his assists go to. He doesn't get a lot of assists in the restricted area because he's not really passing to those guys because he's just going to dunk it himself. But you see 40% of his assists go to the above the break 3, 10% to each corner. Mid-range, I'm not really too worried about it. That's probably going to Brook Lopez. So again, I hope you understand. Long analysis. I shouldn't have yapped for that long. Giannis over 6.5 assists, as well as his 10 plus assists, plus 475, risking a total of 1.25 units. Let's hope that game's close. And let's hope it's high scoring. Has like a 220 something total. Let's go Giannis, the Greek freak tonight. As we always say, we're getting Greek freaky. My next play, we go to an under. And this is an under I really like. I'm not 100% confident he plays tonight. I do want to note I have 3 picks today, 2 in this video, 1 exclusive to the DubClub. You can join that. Like I said, 2-week free trial. The DubClub exclusive pick is another under, so you can go tap into that. It's in the Bulls and Lakers game. However, for this one, I'm taking Tyrese Haliburton under 18.5 points, minus 130 on DraftKings. I would still play this at 17.5, which is, I imagine, where it's kind of moving to. I saw sharper books kind of starting to go that way. I'm not 100% confident that Haliburton plays today. Yeah, 17.5 is all I'm seeing right now. Still, I'd play it there. Haliburton's all or nothing. He's either dropping 20 on your head or he's probably getting 15 or less. In terms of Hallie, though, I don't know if he plays tonight. He's missed the last 2 games with an injury. I hope he suits up because I don't love this matchup for him. If he doesn't, we get our money back and you can skip forward to the better slip that we'll talk about in just a second. But I really do think this is a great spot to back Haliburton's under here as he and the Pacers are at home taking on the Nets. Now, you have to start with the matchup first. And Haliburton, like I said, if he plays, he plays. If he wants to be rusty and go out there, sure, great. As you can see, head-to-head wise versus them this season, he has been close to the line. 17 and 23 points. So he's gone real close. This game, 37 minutes. That's a lot of minutes. They lost that game. And this game, 32 minutes. Now, I did notice 7 and 9 free throw attempts. Those are 2 of his top 10 free throw attempt type games. The Pacers or the Nets are a team that do give up a good amount of free throws, but that's not really how Haliburton scores. In fact, less than 3 points per game come on free throws, and he was getting 6 and 9 here. It's not like he shot 12 and 13 times. Now, additionally, in these games, Nembhard didn't play here, neither did Aaron Nesmith. In this game, Aaron Nesmith didn't play. So more guys in the rotation. Also, I want to note Pascal Siakam. They just faced the Nets. He came off a stinker. He only shot and scored 6 points. So look for him to maybe be a little bit more aggressive and maybe Haliburton take a backseat to him. But additionally, I just look at this as, a guy that's over in roughly 50% games, under in 50% of games. And we look at how he scores his points. Most of them come on the pick and roll ball handler where we know the Nets rank first defensively there. 52% of his points coming above the break threes, where they rank third. They don't have D'Angelo Russell, no Cam Thomas tonight. Cam Thomas out for the year. I think that improves their defense. And on offense, I think they're going to be playing at a snail's pace because they won't really have a true shot creator for him. And so I see this as a really tough spot for Haliburton to get going here. And so I look at in games where he's played with a fully healthy team, which they're as healthy as they get outside of Haliburton. So we're talking Pascal, Mathurin, Miles Turner, Naismith, Nemhard, and heck, throw McConnell in there. I don't even need Obi Toppin, who's going to play as well. We're looking at a guy under in 9 of 15 games. Pretty good. And then we look at when he doesn't get a ton of field goals. Like I said, he only attempted 12 and 13 shots against them. So realistically, if we said, hey, we think Haliburton's shooting 15 or less times, which I think he does given the matchup, letting that guy under in 8 of 10 games, averaging just 13 points per game. So his overs came against the Clippers. He shot 4 of 8 from 3. And then this game against the Magic. Again, a pretty good matchup for him scoring and a pretty good drop coverage team. That's not really how the Nets play defense. They'll switch, they'll trap him, they'll do all of those things. So I really see this as a tough matchup for Haliburton. I hope he plays. If he doesn't, whatever, we move on with our life. But I do like his under in points tonight. As I said, my third official play, and I won't add any plays today, will be in the DubClub. You can join 14-day free trial if you want. Link in description, or you become a COS Hall of Famer or YouTube membership. Go down below, hit that join button. We have 2 tiers. The first tier just gets the regular plays early. Second tier gets you those added exclusive plays. Our final thing we will talk about is our Betr slip. A reminder, sign up using code SHOT, S-H-O-T, $250 entry match. Take advantage of that. I'll put the link down below in the description as well. You'll get a Zion free pick or whatever free pick for to use today or tomorrow. So don't worry about that. In terms of a Betr slip, here's what I'm rolling with. We got Haliburton's lower 17F points. And then the other 3 plays are 3 plays I looked at and heavy leans towards them. The first one's Dyson Daniels under a lower than 13.5 points. I like that play. I think it's a solid one. I don't see him being used a ton today with the Warriors. We see the Warriors are a really good defense in terms of how he scores the paint, getting to the restricted area and scoring in there. They'll give up as many spot-up shooting shots as you want, but Dyson Daniels really doesn't attempt a ton of threes. So I see it being a tough spot for him. Taurean Prince, higher than 8.5 points. We're going to need him to show up today for our Giannis assist prop. I think he gets wide open looks, comes down to can he make them? I think you'll also want Taurean Prince out there, given you have Zach LaVine, you have DeMar DeRozan, and those guys, Keegan Murray. You probably want a guy like the wing size of Taurean Prince. So I like him to score 9 points. Then Josh Giddey to get 8 rebounds. I think it's a solid play. Facing the Lakers, it's not the exclusive play. I did say it was in that Bulls and Lakers game, but I do think he can grab 8 boards. I'm not sure who plays for the Lakers tonight. If LeBron returns or not, we'll see. Rui Hachimura returns or not, we'll see. But I do think that regardless of that, they are going to attack Nikola Vucevic a ton. They're going to call Vucevic up for a ton of screens. That's Luka, that is, and they'll go one-on-one on Vucevic unless he wants to trap Luka, in case they'll just jump it off. And so I think you'll see Josh Giddey down low for a lot of rebounds. He's been a big rebounder for them recently, been cashing all of his props recently. So Giddey should play in a blowout too. I really like that slip. In terms of $20 turns into $200. So those are my favorite picks. Like I said, Giannis is over an assist, parlayed a 10, taking him up to 10 plus, as well as Haliburton's under. And then that one exclusive play you'll find only in the DubClub. Let's have a day. Let's keep that 5-1 run coming from yesterday. And let's burst through the 30 unit mark and climb that up to 40, 50 units a season. I know we have plenty of time left in the season to get back on another heater. 5-1 is a great way to start that. Let's have a 3-0 day today, and I'll see you guys back again in the next one. Have a great Saturday. Only thing I'm rooting for today, besides Giannis and Haliburton's under and the exclusive play, is some upsets in March Madness. That's all I request. Either way, thanks for tuning in. It's awesome. Signing out. See you guys back tomorrow morning. Peace.